The 4L. The brand 4Ls? The brand? I don't know.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. Offense getting set for first down. Leaves it with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. Quickly to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Now, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Forced out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's 3rd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Henderson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And the throw out to the sideline. Good for just a few yards.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football, and they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball. A first down for the offense. They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Well, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
To the ground with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll fire to his right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here comes the offense on 1st down. On the ground, it's Henderson. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Howard. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard, you're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Wants to go up top. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Snagged in the middle, it's Henderson. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop him.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the red zone, looking for a space. Gets it out fast. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Dropping back, it's Howard. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to throw it to start the drive. What a snag by the defense. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They'll throw it on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
And the ball's on the ground. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
Conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Bunch formation for these receivers. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Bama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that throw.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The quick out. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards.
You know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense. You got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he was able to work his way for just a few, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter.
Ohio State 17, Alabama 14.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. They'll try it on the ground. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. The Buckeyes have enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The throw to the outside is complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes! A great catch and run for 6. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be knocked down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. Avoids pressure. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Let's go. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a three-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just know it. Listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the fourth quarter.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Oh, my goodness. What you couldn't do. Make this mistake late in the ballgame. Now, your defense better go bail you out and make a play because that was a critical turnover.
So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Defensively, now you can tell I got to be ready for anything, right? If they're going to get the ball to fast guys on the perimeter like this, I better be ready for it. The defense was ready for it. It was a good game. It wasn't a bad game. You didn't give up a touchdown. But now this makes me think, goodness gracious, they'll get the ball to anybody, any place, anywhere on the field.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Touchdown tie! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first.
Intercepted. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Alabama has the clock on its side, trying to finish the game. On the move, it's Haynes.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, then let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
They'll line up for a second down play. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Howard. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card is supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Hand off from the shotgun. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that.
And it's caught inside the 30. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. The run from the shotgun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Up-tempo for the offense. The corners are walked up tight. To the air, it's Milroe. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Makes him talk to the hand. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. This one's complete. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. He'll just keep slinging it. He caught it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. Alabama pushing the tempo. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off them, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that ball is picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Gets it out quickly. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Alabama quickly back to the line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. The give is to Miller. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. Fighting off the defender. At the 35, he's open. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it in, and they couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. 2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Defense in press coverage. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Looking to throw. And the sticky fingers allow them to grab the two-point conversion. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. Extending the play. Got him downfield. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 14.
The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're...
Pulls it in on the right. Can anyone catch him? Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away to find some room. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Looking for the score. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. The quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
They'll run it to the right side. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Looking for space. It's Henderson. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And on second down for this offense. They'll try the run. At the 40, there he goes. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He wants to throw. Got the quick pass. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the tailback. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
2nd down coming up. Rides to the back. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 14, Alabama 7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And listen, I'm just trying to find a way to be positive down there, have positive gains, not run, QB sneaks and halfback dives, get the football on the perimeter with somebody with some speed and maybe catch you off guard. It wasn't a great play, but I got some positive yards out there.
Well, when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the 4th quarter on 4th and goal. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
Late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Offense set on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Power football with the run. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Looking to pass, it's Howard. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's the handoff. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball, man, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw-and catch is plenty to give him a first down. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Back to pass, it's Milroe. Quickly complete. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Snags it inside the 20. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out toward the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Runs through the tackle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. Into the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
They go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Got it looking for a first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll try the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. On the ground, it's Henderson. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you're going to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Quick strike complete. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
That's caught. It's Henderson. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking for a man. It's Howard. It's complete on the right side. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Yeah, and you see they keep creeping the running backs out in the flat, and right there, he slips them out to the right, gets him the football quickly. But this defense, man, I tell you what, you talk about speed, seeing things, reacting, and going and getting them on the ground. Really nice job.
Got it set up on the outside. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Just enough time to get off one more snap.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 7, Ohio
The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. He'll pull it on the read. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Now on second down. They'll leave it with him. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff to the single back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
He wants it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. They've been able to put together nothing. Now 3rd and long from their own 1. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's 3rd and long. First priority is to take care of the ball here. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
They want to throw it. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to add another. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the 3rd. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. second down here as they go back to work after the break. To throw, it's Milroe. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connections.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a short and heavy tackle on the tight end. And the Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. They're going back to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is how you form tackle. Put your head on him, bring your feet, get him to the ground. That's how you create those little birdies that fly over people's heads when they're running with the football, and you can see them getting woozy. What a great stick by the line.
And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Taking it the other way. Past the 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama!
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick 6. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too.
Off he goes! And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Quickly complete. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Right down the middle. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. Ball's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
That looks